Well, I've sort of looked at like Aristotle. He had this one called, I'm going to butcher this, but eudaimonia. And this idea was flourishing through virtue and purpose. So, under this idea of automation, it's like, if the machines are doing all the work, then what's left for us to flourish in? And I think this probably goes back to this beyond obsolete. If they take our jobs, then what's left for us? And do we lose happiness or the ability to struggle? Or is it a new type of struggle? Could be a new type of struggle where um, maybe it lends itself to becoming something else. But so like Aristotle's idea was that, happiness isn't just pleasure, it's living a life of like virtue and purpose and that fulfilling your potential, whatever that may be. So I don't know. I don't think a machine can do that for you because you're not going to go through the journey of walking that path. You're not going to take the hero's journey. And it'd be just like watching the movie The Lord of the Rings rather than living it.
So that was Aristotle's
Yeah.
view on the world. It reminds me of Nietzsche and his idea of being morally free, but I think he also talks about taking hardship and turning it into insight and strength as, joy of the struggle, which is similar to what we talked about last week with amor fati from the Stoics, to love one's fate, sort of again, the idea of overcoming difficulty and overcoming difficulty. There's a joy in affirming yourself. So it certainly exists in the Western sense, but I can't, I can't pinpoint anything quite like it in Eastern philosophy. I think the Taoist view is a little bit different. It would be more of that letting go, and you start to see things differently, and joy arises naturally rather than being something that's out of force or overcoming something. So it's almost the opposite to some of the Western ideas.
Yeah. I thought the
When peace
Stoicism,
arises, you naturally feel joyful.
I think Stoicism, like what you brought up before, is a good point. That idea of like that inner peace through just accepting what it is, like what you can control. And I don't think it's necessarily letting go of what you can't control, but accepting what everything else is. And so in this idea, and I think this is what we're seeing in the news feeds. I had to delete Instagram again for like it seems to be like a monthly tradition now.
Is that just because the algorithm's full of weird stuff?
No, it's just that I can see I can see where the hooks are, and I can see how they're trying to grab me in, and they do grab me in. I'm a sucker for it. It's hitting my limbic system before it hits. I guess the soulful part of me. And yeah, so it's like in that Black Mirror episode, with people chasing ratings. Also I was posting my drawings on Insta a lot, and I stopped doing that. And the reason why I stopped doing that is because I would do a drawing, take a photo of it, put it up online on Insta. Then I would open my phone, open Insta, look for if anyone's looked at it. No one's looked at it. Okay, close it. A couple of minutes go past, open up my phone, look at it. And
Dopamine
then,
hit.
yeah, exactly that. And so then, okay, I better do another drawing. So I do another drawing, post it, look at my phone again. And then I started to realize that this algorithm is modulating my work and my voice and just what I want to do, which is just draw. So I stopped it. And see, it was that idea that I was chasing, in the Black Mirror episode, they're chasing ratings, but I was chasing that validation of my work. Whereas, like, luckily you brought the DAO into my life. And after reading through that, I was like, I can just do this stuff and it can just sit on my desk and it's done. That's all it needs to be.